Sorry for spam. Sorry for the spam. I know. So, hello. We're going to start in about a minute, so yeah, if you'd like to join in, do so. If you're new here, we're going for... Oh, I need to do something. To do something first. Strange. Good. Then from here, let's start. Let's start off. And yeah, let's see where we're going today. If you have any ideas, questions, or suggestions, always hit me up. And we'll see what we can do with them. So first of all, I will invite you today to sit either up on some books or maybe up on a sitting pillow, and then find a comfortable position. And first of all, I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Marcel. I'm not alone here, but I'm joined by Shawn. Shawn is up here. He's here for energy, entertainment, and motivation. And together we're teaching every day yoga on Twitch live. If you'd like to join in, feel free to do so. And next to that, yeah, thank you so much for being here today. So, yeah, let's leave it at that. That's good. Come to a great sit here, down through your sitting bones, through the feet. And today we're trusting in our way, trusting in what we are doing today. And you're sitting down through the sitting bones, through the feet. Get it long from the sitting bones up to the top of your head. Getting long. Great. Breathing in deep. Belly into the chest. Out. Breathing in as deep as you can. The belly into the chest. And out. Great. And see what's changing in your body as you're doing this. Do you start to sit more upright? Do you bring your shoulders a little bit back as you're breathing in deeper into the belly and then into the chest? And feel that there's something attached on your head that is pulling you up, maybe a rope. So we want to breathe in one more deep breath and get really long. And then release. And from here, we lean a little bit to the right. And you can do it however you like today. So you can maybe lean down a lot, stretch your arm. Or you can make your both sides of the body long. You can do something in between, just what feels good right now to you. And leaning to the left. Drawing the belly in and up maybe. Getting long from the right sitting bone to the top of the right hand. Seeing what feels good today to you when you start leaning to the right and to the left. Breathing in as you lean to one side. Just checking in with your body, how your body feels today as you're doing this. And then bring your left hand to the left knee, right knee, left hand to the right knee, and just bring your right hand to the back behind your sitting bones, right? Place it down, and then breathing in, sitting up straight, 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 and breathing out, twisting a little. And breathing in again. Don't push yourself too hard, especially if you're doing it the first time. Go slow, you're doing great. As you're breathing out, twist, and then release, change the side, bring your right hand to the left knee, left hand to the back, breathe in deep, get long, from the sitting bones to the top of the head, and breathing out, twisting. Breathing in deep, breathing out, twisting. Great. Come back to the middle, slowly, slowly. And from here, move your hands, your palms forward and backward on your thighs. Bring your shoulders forward, then bring them upward, backward, and down. And again, forward, upward, backward, down. And going again and again. Great. Hands forward, upward, backward, down, the shoulders. And see how it feels, and focus a little bit on the backward movement, but also connect to how it feels to have the palms moving on your thighs right now. Great. And from there, release slowly down. And we're going into all fours. Transition in your own time. And as well, you can round your back right now, but doing it consciously, right? You're thinking about, okay, I'm going to round my back. And then you can, of course, round your back as you want, but no jerky movements. And let's go to all fours. Transition slowly, mindfully, with awareness. Bring your hands under the shoulders, and knees under the hips. And from there, start arcing up slowly from the lower spine upward. Breathing in deep. And rounding down from the top of the head down. Breathing out. And breathing in again, arcing up from the lower spine up. Vertebra by vertebra up. Then rounding down from the top of the head down. And up. And down. And up. And down. Breathing out. And let's take it a little bit deeper today. So we're bringing the right elbow down to where the hand was. Grab around the wrist, the other hand's wrist, right? And keep your hand straight, your arm straight at all time. Your arm straight. And then start arcing up again, breathing in. Arm straight, check that your arm is straight, rounding down. Don't push yourself too much, but push yourself a little. Listening to your body. Arm is straight still. Check that your arm is straight. Great. And then down from the top of the head down, breathing out. And arcing up from the lower spine up. Good. And change the sides. Other hand down, grab on to the wrist and start arcing up from the lower spine. Get your arm really straight. See where you can go. See if you can find some juice. Great. Breathing in deep. Keep your arms straight. And then come back to the middle. Bring your knees to the outside of the mat, big toes together, sit back on your heels and reach forward, shoulders away from the ears. Release your head down. Great. Breathing in deep. Belly into the chest and release. Great. Good. And then slowly come up again. Come into all fours. And we're going to do some balancing and strengthening of our belly. So shoulders over the wrists again, hips over the knees. And we're going to lift the right arm forward, the left leg back. What we want to do here is first check with your shoulders that they're not kind of like collapsed through completely, but they are not extended out with the left shoulder, but they are in the middle, right? So chest is in the middle and it's kind of like flat. And check also with your hips that the foot is going back straight. Exactly. Extend your arm forward. Get long from the back foot to the top of the hand. Long, long, long. Breathing in deep. And then round. Bring the elbow and the knee together, rounding. Bring the hand in. And then breathe in again. Extend. Your head is not looking forward like this, but it's released down. Head is an extension of the spine. Bring the elbow and the knee together again, breathing out. And let's arc up. Bring the arm up. And the head also up a little. And then elbow and knee together. And up again. Breathing in deep. Together. And up. Let's go 5 more times. So let's count here, opening up to the sun. 1. Breathing out. Together. Opening up to the sun, make the movement controlled like a flower opening, then closing like a flower. 3. Great job. Keep on going, almost done. Keep controlled breathing. Breathing in deep. 4. And 5. Awesome job. Together. And release this. Sit back on your heels quickly and shake your arms a little. Shake your shoulders as well. Release the tension that is there, that is built up right now. Shake your wrists, shake your fingers. Good. Come forward again. And let's do the other side. First of all, check that your alignment is correctly. Then bring your right leg back. Left hand forward. Imagine there's an imaginary wall behind you that you press your foot into. And from there, get length to the top of the hand. Get as much length as you can. Then breathing out, drawing the elbow and the knee together. Round it. Breathing in, extending again. And together. And apart. Great. And from here, let's arc up a little. Doing great. And up. And together. And again, we're doing now 1.5 hours of yoga every day. Whoop. If you only like to join the half of it, you can do so. If you like to join all of it, welcome to do so. If you have any questions, you can ask, and we will cover the questions. And let's go 2 more times. Controlled. Good. Together. A lot, and release. Sit back on your heels. Take a break. Shake your arms. Maybe move your spine a little bit. With your hips a little bit. Ooh, how does that feel? Great. From here, we bring our hands forward, and let's do something else first, quickly. Let's bring our hands together. I quickly sit down so I can show it to you a little better. Bring the hands together, push into the mounts of the fingers, and then into the fingers. Then push in and release. And again, pushing in through the mounts of the fingers and the fingertips, pushing in a lot and release. And let's go like this for 5 times. Pushing in a lot and releasing. And this, we really want to focus on the mounts of the fingers. And what does happen if we're doing this? We start to protect our wrist a lot. And all the movements that we're doing with our hands down, we want to push into the mounts of the fingers a lot. So we're learning to protect our wrists here. Pushing in and releasing. Pushing in, allowing the fingers a little, and releasing. Again, pushing in and releasing. And again. Last time. Great. Release. And let's this away again. Bring your hands forward. Push into the mounts of the fingers a lot. Claw the fingers a little. And shift your hips up into the sky. Get long from the heart to the fingers. And from the heart to the hips. Bend your knees maybe a little. Turn your thighs inward and back. Great. Chest up a little, get long from the heart to the fingers. And breathe in deep. And with your next breath, bring your heels to the left side. Breathing in deep, push your hips to the back and find a strong stretch through the right side body. And come back to the middle. And breathe in deep, go to the other side, heels. Drop the heels to the right side. Stretch yourself through the left side, shift your hips back. And come back to the middle, look between the wrists and start walking forward as you're breathing out. Here we are in forward fold. Put your hips over the heels, and from there bend your knees a lot. Stand up with a straight back. Your arms up in the sky. Breathe in deep, get long from the feet to the hands. And bring your hands in front of the heart together. Breathing out. Check in with how your body feels today. Release the arms, shake your wrists a little. Come into the middle of the mat. As we are warmed up a little bit, we want to also give some love to our wrists, to our shoulders a little bit more, and also find out a little bit more insights about the shoulders today. So bring your hands forward, fingers are vertical, then make fists and go up and down with the wrists. And check if the left and the right hand feels the same, or if they're feeling different as you're doing this movement, or what is different. Just checking in. Great. Then release, shake your arms. Shake your shoulders. Good. And bring them up again. And thumb far away, as far as you can, and bring the thumb in. And thumb far away, thumb in. And again, check with your right hand and the left hand how they are feeling. Great. How are they feeling? From there, release again, shake your wrists. Then, next thing, bring the arms up, claw your fingers. I like to do these things. Then release, fists and up. And just go 50%, no need to go like 100%. I'll go 50. Good. Clawing and releasing. Go one more time. And release your, shake your wrist, shake your fingers. Bring one thumb up with one hand and turn it outside. So to the outside of your body, then fingers down. Bring your other arm, grab onto the thumb and push out of your shoulders, finding a stretch here in the thumb socket. Great. Breathing in deep. And breathing out, releasing. Other side. Take your time. Other side, grab on, pushing out. Great. Breathing in deep. Belly into the chest. Breathing out, releasing, shaking your wrists. Then bring your hands together, fingers together, and start moving, rotating your wrists. And really checking in that you're feeling good here with your wrists. Not going too fast, not going too slow. Make sure it feels good. Going too fast, not going too slow. And then shake your wrists again. And now bring your right hand up, fix it in place, bring your left hand up and grab around and then turn it around. So having the right hand fixed in place and turning it around with the left hand. Really making sure your right hand is relaxed and maybe turn it the other side around and see where you can go with your left hand, right? Left hand is active, left arm is active, right hand is just fixed in place and lets itself be moved. Really great exercise in my opinion. Shake your wrists, then other hand fixed in place. Bring your other hand up, the right hand maybe, or maybe you did it the other hand the way around and circle it around. Good, great. How does it feel? Then maybe also go into the other direction if you can. See how that feels compared to the other side, right? As we just did the other side. And release, shake your wrists. And interlace both fingers together, interlacing the hands together. Maybe bring the other thumb forward and just go in a balanced way. As we now did both sides, try to go in a balanced way so both arms are doing exactly the same amount of energy, intensity, bringing the same amount of intensity into this movement. So we are bringing a balanced way of moving this here right now. Great. And maybe turn to the other side if you can. Check that out. And release, shake your wrists. Great job. Warmed up the wrists really good. Now quickly I like to do some awareness practice for our shoulders, for our position, for our standing, for our breath. So many things, right? So let's go. It's really easy. So we bring your hands a little bit to the side and turn your thumb now forward. Thumb turns forward to the back. And with doing as far as you can, right, to the back, and maybe turns even around. So what's happening is that even you kind of want to start rounding forward, and let that happen, right? And then turning it again, around again, thumb to the other side and outward. As far as you can, and see what's happening. And then release again, turn it around again. So I'm telling you what's happening in a moment, but just experience it yourself a little bit more. Good. And let's close it here right now. So we're turning the thumb to the back again. And let's try to really breathe in deep into the belly, into the chest. And release, and then let's bring the hands forward. And again, let's breathe in as deep as we can into the belly, into the chest. And release. And you maybe feel a difference between this breathing. So at one, you can release the arms at the moment. At one time, you could really barely breathe into the chest. And at the other time, you could really fully breathe into the chest. And we're doing it one more time. So close it, right? Bring the shoulders forward, closing somewhat the front body. We're kind of protecting our back. Breathing out and then breathing in as deep as we can. And you probably feel some stress on your chest as you can't breathe in there anymore. So release the breath and turn around again. Turn it forward again. Bring the shoulders onto the back, right? Then breathe in again here. And see how much more you can breathe in this position than the other. And release your shoulders, release your arms. Shake them a little bit. Very good job. And from here, shake your feet a little. And let's warm ourselves up a little bit more. So let's come forward to the front of the mat. And shift that, hinging at the hips. Coming forward. And then releasing forward and down. Bring your hips over the heels. And releasing your head down, releasing the neck down. So if you bring your hips over the heels, a lot of the weight will probably come to the toes. Releasing your neck, releasing your head, a lot. Releasing also the shoulders. And then lift halfway, breathing in. Check that your lower spine is straight. Hips over heels as good as you can. And you check by bringing one hand on the spine and checking that there are no vertebrae sticking out on your spine. If there are vertebrae sticking out, you feel them and then you come up a little bit. So you're hinging just at the hips, right? And then come slowly down, release down, place your hands down. Whew. And start stepping back. Downward facing dog. Breathing in deep. Great. From here, come to the front. Bring a lot of the weight over the mounts of the fingers, clawing the fingers a little. And then come slowly down, elbows next to your body, and release your hips down. Come forward and up. Maybe just really low, completely fine. Pushing the feet and the knees into the floor. Then come forward and up even more. Drawing the belly in and up. And then shift yourself to the back. Downward facing dog again. Breathing in deep. Pushing into the mounts of the fingers a lot. Hips into the sky. Bend your knees a little. Bring your chest a little bit up. Find more space in the lower back here. Look between the wrists and start walking forward. Forward fold. Bend your knees. Stand up with a straight back. Breathing deep. Your hands up into the sky. Great. And release. Just one salutation today. Shake your wrists a little bit. Shake your fingers. And what else we want to do? At the moment we want to come to our back. Warm up our belly and our back a little bit. Do also YTWA afterwards. And then we're going slowly into a handstand preparation. Also these kind of things that we're doing right now, so come to the back, are also handstand preparations. So release yourself to the back. Bring your legs up, both legs up. Check that your lower spine is connected to the floor. Your arms can be by your side. And then we slowly lower down. Our feet down to the floor. Go really slow. As soon as your lower back would like to lift from the floor, push it down. So you can check with your arms here, right? And then release slowly, slowly down. Breathing in deep. Drawing the belly in and up, right? And pushing into the floor. And then release slow. Great. This was one. Shake your hips a little bit left and right. Release all the tension here in the shoulders and the chest. Breathing in deep. And then come up again. Feet up again. Push your back into the floor and then release your feet slowly, slowly down. Let's go 3 more times of this and maybe go a little bit faster. And really connecting your hips, your lower back into the floor a lot. Breathing in deep. Releasing. Feel how your lower back goes up as you release the tension, so you can bring your hands there. You feel the lower back is going up a little bit. Great. And then just do this movement here on the floor. Press your lower back into the floor if you can. It's probably really hard. If your feet are down, great. And if they are up there, it kind of makes it easier as they're kind of like helping a little. Great. Really connect with this feeling of back off the floor and back on the floor. Your natural spine is of course rounded there, the lower spine. So it's kind of off the floor. Normally it's off the floor. Otherwise you wouldn't have to use any energy like to push it in there, right? Good. Let's go again, bring the feet up. From there, let's go down slow. Slow as we can. Breathing in deep. Pushing that lower back into the floor as good as you can. Great job. Breathing in deep. And release down. maybe there's a point where you almost can't handle it anymore, so just release there. Instead of like really doing it wrong, just releasing. And if you realize that you're lifting, maybe come up again a little bit and hold it there. So again, coming up. Pushing into the floor a lot, and then slowly releasing down, breathing in deep. Great. Good, and hold a little bit maybe where you are. And go deeper. Good job. Bite a little bit. Push into the floor. 3, 2, and 1. Release. Great. Great job. There should be a burning in the belly, mostly in the belly as we're doing this. Great. So one little other exercise that we're doing the same. Just one time we're pushing in the lower back again. Bring our arms over the head, and we kind of lift the arms and the head a little bit up, and the feet and up, and we're holding it there. And again, we want to push into the into the lower back. So we're pushing into the mat, right? And then we slowly lift up, breathing in deep, pushing into the mat. Breathing in deep. And trying to really push your back down. And then release down. Great. Great, great, great. Relax. Great. Relax for a moment. Don't worry going further. So let's bring your knees up. Then grab on with your hands onto the below the knees, onto the thighs, and shift yourself up. And we're coming into a little bit of a boat. So what we want to do is we're going to get long from the hips to the head, and then release the arms. Breathe in deep. Great. Maybe lean a little bit more back. Smile. You're doing great. And start moving a little bit to the left and to the right if you can. Whew. Good. And release. Come down. Whew. To the back again. And start rocking a little bit back and forth. So rocking up and down. Giving your spine a little bit of a massage here. No need to jerk, but if it feels good, do it. If it doesn't feel good, don't. Maybe it's not for you. It's just a massage for your spine. It should be a massage for the spine. Great. And then come up. Great. Whew, how did that feel? From here we're slowly coming to standing position, come up again. Whoop. Shoulders a little bit, hands a little bit. And from there, let's do some YTWA. So we're coming into a sitting position first. So bring your hands up into the sky. Then sit back with your hips to the back, knees over the heels, and get long from the hips through the hands. Long, long, long. Your head is an extension of the spine. Breathing in deep. Get long from the hips to the fingers. Breathing in deep. And next thing is we bring your hands a little bit to the outside, shoulders onto the back if you can. Knees over the heels. Breathe in deep. You're doing great, great, great. Then come to W position. Sometimes do Y, W, T, A. Shoulders onto the back. Then come to T position. Shoulders onto the back. Knees over the heels. Breathe in deep. Strong, strong. Be strong here. Draw the belly in and up. Get long from the hips to the head. And then bring your hands to the back. Arms going away from the back. Shoulders onto the back. Breathe in deep. Get long from the hips to the head. And then come up. Bring your hands up into the sky. Breathe in deep. Get long from the feet to the hands. And release the hands down in front of your heart. Together. Release the arms. Shake your arms a little. Shake your fingers. Great. Good. And from here, let's take a little bit of a break. Then we're going again, YTWA. But let's first of all bring the hands in front of the heart together. Warm them up a little bit. So what we're going to do is one of my favorite exercises. I kind of think of these three exercises as one. So first of all, warming up your hands, right? Or it's 4 exercises already. And then bringing them in front of the eyes together, feeling the warmth of the hands. Breathing in deep. And also breathe in your chest really deep. So your shoulders will go naturally to the back as you breathe in deep into the chest. And then release your hands down on your face and draw slowly down as rain would fall down your face. Lift your hands, releasing the hands. Opening your eyes, bring your arms by your sides and lift the arms slightly above the shoulders. So palms are pointing forward. And you imagine you want to hug the world right now. So you want to get long from the feet to the head. Long, long, long. And then you want to get long from the shoulders to the fingers. Breathe in deep. Right. And again, breathing in deep. Get long from the feet to the head. And from the shoulders to the fingers. Next time we're breathing in, release your breath. Next time we're breathing in, we extend the fingers away from each other. So breathe in deep. Extending the fingers away from each other. Good. And now incorporating all of these lengthening things. So breathing in deep. Imagine you want to hug the world. Get longer, longer, longer. And then breathing out, giving yourself a really big, juicy hug over the shoulders. Hug over the shoulders if you can. And smile. You're doing great. And pushing yourself a little bit up with your lower elbow. This is variation 1. If you like to go into deeper variation, you can bring your arms up, interlace kind of the palms with each other, the fingers and the palms with each other, and pull with your lower elbow up, breathing in deep. Don't push yourself too much here because you can hurt yourself quickly here. And release. And release the arms and change your hug. Whoop. Other hand on top. And hug yourself around the shoulders. And then with the lower elbow, pushing a little bit up here. This is variation 1. Great. And then bring your hands together. So one hand is probably just with the fingers touching the palm. And then pushing yourself with the lower arm up. Don't push yourself too much. And release. Great job. Release the arms. Wow. How does it feel? From there, release the shoulders a lot. And bring your chin to the right shoulder. Breathing in deep. Use your breath as a tool here. And breathing out, chin to the left. Use your breath as a tool. Breathing out, changing the side, breathing in again. And by saying use your breath as a tool, I mean as you're breathing in, as really deep into the belly, into the chest, you will feel that the stretch probably intensifies if there is a stretch, or you will discover a stretch. Go in your rhythm, change the side one last time, wherever you are. And breathe out, come into the middle again. Bring the right ear to the right shoulder. Get long from the left ear to the left shoulder. So you want to feel a stretch there. Breathe in deep. Release both shoulders down. And as you're breathing out, bring the head forward, down, and change this side. Left ear to the left shoulder. Great. You will feel a stretch from the right ear to the right shoulder. Release the shoulders down. Chin maybe a little bit back. And release forward, change the side. Bring the right ear to the right shoulder and bring the right hand up. Next to the left ear. Release the right shoulder down. Release the left shoulder down. Breathe in deep. And just give there some weight from the right hand, not pulling down or anything, but give the weight there to kind of have the right direction to go to. Then engage the right shoulder, left shoulder, and push down with the left shoulder. Release, breathing out, changing the side. Left ear to the left shoulder. Releasing both shoulders down, and optionally you can bring also the left hand up here. Just give the direction there where you want to go in with your head. And push down, draw down with your right shoulder, with your right hand, breathing in deep. And release. Release your head forward, down, and bring your head up. Great. Shaking your wrist, shaking your shoulders, shaking your feet. Doing good, doing great. And from here, let's go, shall we? One more time, YTWA. Then we're going further to handstand preparation. Oh, we have a lot of good time. So bring your arms up. Sit back. Knees over heels. Chair pose here. Then bring your arms to the sides, Y position. Because we are worth it. Breathe in deep. Let's go 2 breaths here. Belly into the chest. Breathing out. Now, I'm sorry, I want to close the window quickly. Because they are burning something outside, it's annoying. It's really annoying. So coming back, Y position. Then T position, from the shoulders away. And come to W position, breathing in deep. Get long from the hips to the head. And then bring your arms away from the back. Breathing in deep. And coming up, bring your arms up. Get long. Good. How did that feel? Shake your wrists here. Shake your fingers. Sorry for the interruption. Shake your feet. And from here, we're coming down to the floor. Come down completely. And then push into the mounts of the fingers. Give a lot of the weight there. And we're doing wrist push-ups. So first of all, you can make it easier by coming closer to the knees with your hands. You can make it harder by going further away. So if you're doing it the first time, come a little bit closer, give a lot of weight there. And then, as you're giving a lot of weight there, you want to push up with the mounts of the fingers. So with these here, yoop, 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 we want to push up and then pushing the wrist up. So let's go, pushing in there and lifting up, right? Pushing into the mounts of the fingers, maybe claw them even. All the mounts of the fingers, right? Pushing up and down. Down. Good. And we go for a round of 10. So let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1, and release. Come back. There should be a burning in the lower arm, or maybe just a warmth. If you're doing it the first time, maybe it's a little bit too less for you, just 10. So let's go for a round of 20. If it was good with 10, then keep it going like with 10. But let's go a little bit more for the people that want to do a little bit more. So let's go. Give the weight there and push up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Shake your wrists, fingers. And maybe you feel it now a little. If not, let's go again. Let's go for a round of 30. Push into the mounts of the fingers a lot. Clawing the fingers a little. And then giving your weight there and push up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15, 14, 13, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. So maybe there's a burning right now, at least for me, a little. So if you still don't feel anything, let's go for a round of 40. And you can also go further away. If it feels already good for you, if it was enough, you can also give yourself a little bit of break and go give your wrists some love here. Other than that, we're going for up to 20 and down to 0. So let's give the weight there. And let's go. Give all the weight there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 14, 12, 11, 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And 1 slow and down. Good. Awesome. Shake your wrists. If you're doing it the first time, this was maybe too much. And you really want to feel now if it's a little bit warmer than before. That's great. So we want to use this. What we found right now, we want to use this in a little bit of balance, if you want to say so. We want to push exactly into the mounts of the fingers as we did before, and this pushes us down. And we want to go for that into downward facing dog. We want to push into the mounts of the fingers a lot, clawing the fingers, push into the mounts of the fingers, come into downward facing dog, and we want to make a straight from the hands to the hip. And from there we bend the knees a lot, and we start jumping. And try to jump from the hips. So we want to jump the hips up. Good. And by doing that, we want to have a strong chest, a strong belly, and jumping up. Good. And additionally, we want to push into the mounts of the fingers, and this pushes us down. So let's try again, and try to land softly. And you can jump even really a little, and push into the mounts of the fingers, and you will feel with time that this pushes us down. And you can go for a little bit deeper jumps if you like. I'm trying to keep your belly and chest strong. Great. Come down, knees to the sides, big toes together, and reach forward. Woo. Release your head. Breathe in deep. Doing great. Taking care of yourself today. If it's hard for you to breathe, check that you don't have a restriction on your belly. So maybe if you kind of lean forward, the restrictions in your lower belly could become harder if you're wearing a belt. As well for me, there's some restriction going on. So you can breathe into the lower belly, but it needs more force. And then come up again. Great. And from here, we're doing one more time the same thing. So bring our hands forward, push into the mounts of the fingers a lot, claw the fingers. This is for everybody. So pushing into the mounts of the fingers, and you can just jump this little tiny bit, right? Completely fine. But the exercise is about pushing into the mounts of the fingers a lot. Not actually really jumping a lot, but pushing into the mounts of the fingers a lot. Then you just can jump and see where you can go. Right. And then release. Bring your knees again to the outside of the mat. Push into the mounts of the fingers. Push. Now, no, come forward. Mounts of the fingers. Always mounts of the fingers. Come forward, release. Shoulders away from the ear. Relax for a moment. Great job. And then come up again. Come to downward facing dog. Look between the wrists and start walking forward as you're breathing out. From here, fold forward, bring the hips over the heels, release the neck, release the head. And then come up, bend your knees. Come up straight, bring your arms up. And release your arms. Shake your wrists. Shake your feet. Ooh. See how your body feels right now. And then let's go a little bit further. So we did the first warm-up for handstand. Let's go for the second one. So the second one is a little bit hard. I hope you can stay with it. So we're folding forward, come to the, so approximately front of the mat, go a little bit back, then lean forward, forward fold, go in your time, place your hands down. If you can't place the hands down, bend your knees, and then shift all the weight to the hands, to the mounts of the fingers. Release your head, release your neck. From there, step a little bit back. Good. And by doing this, you want to move backward on the mat. So again, drawing, stepping, shifting all the weight there, move your feet a little bit away, then drawing your feet a little bit closer to the feet. And again, pushing in, giving all the weight to the arms, pushing into the mounts of the fingers, stepping a little bit back. And like this, moving to the back of our mat. From here, we wait for everybody to can lift halfway. Check if your lower spine that it's not rounding. And again, shift your hips over the heels. Then come forward, whoop, whoop, whoop. Walking forward with the hands. Come into plank position. And from there, come forward and down, 90 degrees with the elbows. And push yourself up again. And down, and up, and down, and up. Next time we're holding. Come down, hold here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and push up and walk back with your arms. Great. Fold forward, hips over heels. Release your neck, release your head. Place your hands forward, approximately foot width distance away from the feet. Then release your neck, release your head, push into the mount of the fingers, and step in. Kind of lifting the feet off the ground, right? Good. Trying to make this movement controlled. Until we are at the front of the mat. Bend your knees and stand up with a straight back. Bring your arms up into the sky. Good. Hands in front of the heart together. And release your arms. Shake your wrists, shake your fingers, shake your feet. Good. And from here, that was good. Good warm up. Good warm up for the wrists. Next thing we're doing, so you're straightening the arms up into the sky. So come to your knees, bring your arms up into the sky, push your hands up into the sky, draw your fingers down, get long from the knees to the fingers. Breathing in deep. The fingers down. Great. And release. Shake your wrists. Let's go one more time. You can do this standing. I'm just on the floor to show you better what we're doing with the hands. So bring your hands up. Push out of the palms here. Drawing the fingers down. Drawing the belly in and up. Push out. Breathe in deep. Push out of the shoulders as well. Your fingers down, pushing out of the palms, breathing in and releasing. Great job. Shake your wrists. This is really sometimes difficult to do. Bring your hands forward, push out of the palms here, draw the fingers back towards you. Great. Pushing out of the palms, drawing the fingers back towards you. Out of the shoulders. Great. This is really something. Again, bring your hands a little bit together, side to side. Should feel really juicy right now. No need to grab on really hard, but just go soft. Soft. Finding a lot of softness in the wrists right now. Great. Then what we're doing is some blinkers. Bring your hands up. Imagine there's a crowd of people. And we go fingers together and fingers apart. Really fast, really fast. Great. And release, shake your wrist, hit your fingers. And again, bring your hands up and fingers together and fingers apart, really fast. Release, shake your wrist, shake your fingers. Good. Now, next thing we're doing to warm up the handstand, so you stand apart to the short ends of the mat. Bring the feet apart, push in to the outer edges of the feet, engage the knees. And from there, hinge at the hips, hinging at the hips. Great. Get long from the hips to the head. Check with your lower spine here. And your feet are approximately wrist width apart, so they should be under the wrists somewhat. If that's the case, good. And then from here, check with your lower spine again. You're not rounding. And go as deep down as you can. Engage the knees, engage the outer feet, outer edges of the feet, and go where you can go. Come down and go to the left side, rounding your back right now. Not just in one space, but rounding your whole back. And then go to the left. Say hello to your left toes. Sing hello there. And then going to the right. Sing hello to the right toe. Great. And come back to the middle. And from the middle, we want to put your hands down. You can also bend your knees if that's necessary. Push into the mounds of the fingers a lot. Clawing the fingers a lot. And hands are either on the mat or off the mat, not in between. And we want to push all the weight again to the hands. And what we are going to do is we lift the legs and jump in. And then jump out. This should be really, really easy as you have a lot of the weight over the hands. So we shift all the weight to the hands, pushing in, jumping out. And we are going for a round of 10. So feel how that feels. If you're doing it the first time, just go for a round of 5. And with time, it will feel better and better. And then release. As soon as you've done that, come up slowly, move your feet slowly together. Shake your wrists. Your fingers, shake your feet. Doing great. And yeah, we're completely warmed up. So let's go to the main part of the lesson, to the climax, if you want to say so. So we're finding a wall right now. We're bringing the hands towards the wall. This is variation 1. This is accessible for everybody. So we bring the hands to the wall, we shift, we stand a little bit to the back, bring the hips over the heels, and we get long from the hips to the wall. We want to have 90 degrees in the hips, right? Good. Right angle in the hips, breathing in deep, get long from the hips to the hands, push into the mounds of the fingers, draw the belly in and up. Great. If you want to do something else, you can bring your head up a little and look between the wrists. But just barely. You don't want to the head up like here, but you want to bring the head up a little and look between the wrists with your eyes up. Great. Push into the mounds of the fingers, claw the fingers a lot, drawing the belly in and up. And from there, forward and up. Release, shake your wrists, shake your fingers. Doing good. Doing good, doing great. So next, what we're going to do is variation 2 and variation 3. If you have never done it, please just look If you know it already, you can decide where to go. I'll quickly explain variation 2 and variation 3, then you can decide what to do. And you can also decide to just do variation 1 again. So please feel free to do what feels good to you. So sitting down with your hips on the wall, straighten one leg and measure the distance with one hand, with one finger, where the heel was placed, right? Then put your wrists there and start stepping up on the wall. On the wall, pushing into the mounts of the fingers. And we're doing the exact same thing as before. Drawing the belly in and up, looking between the wrists, barely push into the mounts of the fingers, and we're just upside down, so it's exactly the same. So breathing in deep, and we release down. Great. This is variation 2. If you like to go to variation 3, let's bring the hands to plank position, legs close to the wall, push into the mounts of the fingers, start stepping up on the wall and walking in with the hands. And you can even go closer towards the wall if you like, but really pushing into the mounts of the fingers a lot. So you protect your back. And then walk down on the wall. Walking down. Great. Shake your wrist, shake your fingers. Woo! That was good. So, you can decide if you want to do variation 2, variation 3, or 1. I'm doing one more time variation 1, and I'll give you some more time to do whatever you like to do. So variation 2 again, sit with your hips on the wall, measure the distance with one leg, put one finger where the heel is, and then bring your wrist there and step up. And it's kind of like variation 1, but it's just upside down. Variation 3, plank pose, close to the wall, then walk up with your feet and walk simultaneously also up with the hands. Great. So I'll go for variation 1 one more time. Pushing into the mounts of the fingers, hips over 90 degrees. Over the heels, push into the mounts of the fingers. Look between the wrists. Drawing the belly in and up. Great. Get really long from the shoulders out as well. Great. Take your time. You can take a little of a rest, a breather, and then we go one more time. Choose what you want to do, maybe variation 2 or maybe variation 3. At any point, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. And then release down. Good. And from here, let's come slowly out of it again. And let's slow down our practice here. Did a great job. And let's just do something for our spine and our shoulders, our lower back. So come to a good standing. This exercise is called wet towel. Releasing the arms by your sides. Engaging the knees and the thighs a lot. And going left and right with your belly button. To the left, to the right. And we smash our wrists to our belly and the lower back. Engage the knees and the thighs here a lot. Should feel really good in your lower back. You can either look completely to the front, looking right and left, as you like. looking forward completely maybe, looking to the side, engage the knees and the thighs again. And really focus on turning from the belly, maybe closing your eyes even. And really connecting with the belly button. This is really great for the shoulders, for the wrists, for the whole spine. And then release completely, slowing down, releasing. And you don't want to stop here, but you just want to feel how this is turning left and right, how there are some impulses going left and right. And shift yourself forward to the toes. Shift yourself to the right. Shift yourself backward. And to the left. Forward. To the right. Backward. Good. Doing this, how does it feel to you? And change the direction, and maybe take some breaks. The right side, on the back. No need to go fast here. Really connecting to what's happening. Where's the limit? And then slowly coming to all the feet back. As soon as you're to the front, come to the whole foot back, come to the middle. Shift all the weight to the left and the right foot equally. And then distribute the feet, amongst the foot as well. So toes have some weight. The big toe mount has some weight. Then the outer edges of the feet have some weight. The heels have some weight. Great. And breathe in from there. Knowing that if you have good roots here on the floor, you can move in any kind of way you want in the upper body. Way more efficient than if you don't have, right? So you have some force where you can move out from. It's important to know, important to root yourself down sometimes, right? As this gives you a lot of energy to move the upper body, right? To tackle your problems, to do what you want to do in your life. Good. From here, let's come slowly out of this. Shake your feet a little. Slide down on your back. On your back. Whoop. And draw one foot up as you're lying down. And from there, grab on below the knee. Extend the foot up. Anchor your left foot down. Left foot is pushing into the ground. Anchor your hips down. A lot. And from there, bring your shoulders down to the floor. Put your feet up. Engage your knee and draw your leg maybe a little bit back. See where you can go. Then draw your toes down, foot down, toes up, foot up. Toes down, foot down, toes up, foot up. Toes down, foot down. Toes up, foot up. You're doing great. Go one more time. And from there, release the hands here and try to hold your leg there and then release the leg slowly down. Great job. And bring your other leg slowly up. Maybe grab on if your hands are ready. Push out of the knee. Foot up. Anchor your right leg down. Anchor your hips down. Engage the knee, engage the foot up. And then draw a little bit back. Great. Toes up, then toes down, foot down. Toes up, foot up. Toes down, foot down. Toes up, foot up. Toes down, foot down. Toes up, foot up. And slowly release the leg, or maybe draw it in a little bit more first. And then release the leg. Try to hold it where it was with your muscles and then releasing it down slowly, slowly. Great. Shake your hips a little bit left and right. Extend your arms overhead and get long through the right side of your body. Right arm long, right leg long. Then left leg long, left arm long. And again, right leg, right arm long. Left leg, left arm. Good job. And then slowly, slowly releasing this. And from here, if you like to do some more exercises, you can do so. Maybe windshield wipers or maybe happy baby pose. Other than that, I'll also invite you to come into an inversion. If you like to do that, you can do that with me now. Or if you just want to do Shavasana right now, you have the option to just do Shavasana right now. So bring your arms by your sides, palms into the sky and toes facing away from each other, closing your eyes. And I'll invite you for 2-3 minutes of inversion and then we lie straight down to Shavasana if you like to do that. So for the inversion, find a wall, shift your hips close to a wall, then bring your legs up, hips close to the wall, legs pointing up under the wall, bring your elbows next to your body, fingers are pointing up, then push your hips up into the sky, grab onto your hips and extend your feet. Great. Breathing deep. And you just want to look up into the sky, not looking left or right, because there's a lot of pressure on your neck here. And we want to go, especially, it's not that bad, right? But if you go to the full variant, then there's even more pressure there, and we don't want that. And so here, in this inversion, all the blood that is stuck in our toes is coming down in your body, and we can reoxygenate it. And that's a beautiful thing. So breathe in as deep as you can into the belly, into the chest. Giving our body energy. Slowly release your feet down. Release the vertebrae slowly down. Slowly, slowly coming down. And shifting yourself towards Shavasana. Come directly to Shavasana. Great. Maybe feel how the blood is flowing back right now into your legs. So arms are lying by your side, palms are pointing towards the sky, toes are facing away from each other. Close your eyes and just be where you are. Just be. Just be. I will get you back to your body in some minutes. So just be. Deepening your breath. Start to move your fingers. Start to move your toes. Slowly coming back to your body. Having your eyes still closed. Then drawing the knees in towards your belly and shifting yourself either to the left or the right side, coming to lie down in your side body position. From there, really relax down. Trusting that you're on the right way. Trust that you're here the right time, doing the right thing for you, at the right place. Breathing in deep. And release your breath. And with your next deep breath, lift yourself up through the side, coming up completely to a sit position, final sitting position. Bring your arms in front of the heart together when you're there. Honoring your yoga practice and honoring the trust that you brought to this yoga lesson. I wish you a wonderful rest of the day. Wherever you are in the world, release your arms, open the eyes, and welcome back. So thank you so much for being here today. If you have any questions, ideas, or suggestions, you can write to me directly here on Twitch, if you're watching this on Twitch. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can reach me via Discord. Even also for the people here on Twitch, you can reach me also via Discord. If you have any ideas, questions, suggestions, hit me up. I really, really appreciate that. I really appreciate every follow, every subscription on YouTube. And thank you so much for being you, who you are. And I hope to see you very soon again. With these words, we're closing it. And don't hesitate to hit me up if you have anything on your mind that you would like to discuss. So, with that said, we're closing it here, and we're going to rate somebody as yesterday, and we're checking out who we can rate. Maybe we go to sports channel quickly and find somebody that we can rate. So, let's see. Let's see. Oh, it's taking so long to get there. My internet is really slow now that I'm streaming, I think. Probably it's that, right? Let's go a little bit down to somebody that streams maybe yoga. Huh. No, not that one. I think I didn't see myself in here. Ah, there I am. Yeah, okay. Let's go for this here, for that woman here. That looks good. Cocky Creative. Let's go for her Cocky Creative. Rate channel. Cocky Creative. Okay. Start rate. And again, I wish you a wonderful rest of the day, and I hope to see you very soon. And with that said, let's leave it here. Bye bye. Thank you so much for being here. So.